Hey, well, I'd like to share intuitively whatever comes like this, how multi-potential we can be. Because, it's been 10 years that I've been on the road and I've been nomad since now that I find a wonderful partner to share my life with and share project as well. I've just had like so much exploration of myself and all the potential I could explore other than what we're taught, at school to go in one way, in one path, and to dedicate her life to one thing. And this has never been the way I wanted to live my life, and I could never find out one passion because I was passionate to be passionate, if that is correct to say. And I wanted to do so many things at the same time, and so it's what I did. But this was really confusing for me, and I started to go in so many different directions. But in a way, I was never going to the end of it. There was something always like telling me, "Oh well, this is enough now. I want to learn something else, and I want to like just do something completely different." And sometimes things were not relying to each other. And that is okay, because we can be so many different people in one person. And this is what I've acknowledged through traveling and through meeting so many different people. And now I'm like doing therapy. I'm teaching yoga, meditation, and sexuality. I'm helping women to like go ahead in their life as women. I'm doing massage, and in another time I'm doing also fire show. I'm dressing crazy, putting lots of makeup, and being very tribal. When in the morning I'm gonna be meditating and doing retreats, then at night I'm gonna be doing fire dancing, completely crazy. And now I'm really like realizing myself as a singer with my partner playing guitar, and being silly on stage and doing like a form of theatrical music. And so it's like being all these personalities, and then I'm gonna be a sailor. I'm gonna be on a boat, I'm gonna be sailing and being at sea and just being woo in the big deep sea, and going in lost island, lost continent, and just being on the water and being a sailor. And it's just all these potentials that I'm exploring, and then I'm just gonna explore how I can be drawing and painting houses. Also, I just love doing painting. And so there is so many phases in life and so many ways to explore ourselves. And in my opinion, we don't allow ourselves enough time to go and explore all our personalities, and we might structure too much and put too much stickers on the person that we should be and that we are, thinking, oh, for example, oh, I'm an architect. I cannot be an artist going singing crazy punk. Why not? In the end, why not? Why cannot we be in our multi potentiality? How can we explore all the facets that are within? It's like a mandala, We are so many different, intricate things within us. We are complex human beings, and we need, in my opinion, to acknowledge that complexity, to let it be, to let it just rise, and no matter the judgment that people could put on it, we can be so many things. And through life we can just start to bloom in one capacity that we have, one potential that we haven't explored, and then just explore one completely different, completely opposite to what we were in this other phase of life, and just let all this facets of ourselves just do poof 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 poof. And I think it's just it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful to be many people in one, and to just let ourselves be all those peoples and give ourselves the time to explore and to just go, go for it, by going traveling, by going doing different activities, by going out of our comfort zone, and going being very social or very introverted, and really taking ourselves out of the box that we've made for ourselves, and being like, oh, this is out of the box I've created for myself. I cannot act like this. I cannot think like this. And no. This is not the box I've created. But what if the box is just completely movable, completely fluid, and constantly, in a bubble in movement, and you always being like, okay, let's be that person. Okay, then now let's be that person. And now why not this? And what is really important to me from my own experience is to be able to identify what is not part of our true personality, what is being influenced by others, what has been influenced by our story of our parents, what is being just our parents' stories, our ancestors' stories, what is not ours, but what influenced our path. It's like, for example, for me, at one point I started to do photography, and I really loved it, and I started a project of being naked in nature and trying to show this symbiosis of naked body in nature. And I was really fascinated by photography, but there was one part that was not really my personal project and aspiration, that was doing photography. And by the time I started to learn about my lineage, photography was one of my ancestors' project and life. But being naked in nature, that was me. That was my true nature, because I love being naked, and even more when it's in nature and living just naked in nature. So I've combined a memory that was inside of me from an ancestor's life and work that was doing photography with my own personality. And I've put aside completely photography. I've let it poof to go and get on something else. And this is really important when we start to dig in our lineage, to dig in how ancestors, work, what they were doing in their life, that then we can do mirror with what we're doing in our life and be like, all right, I'm going that way, I'm going that path, because this is in my body's memory, and this is why I'm not truly finding myself into it. And then you can, put on the side everything that is your body memory, and put on the side what is really emanating from your soul, and to go more into what is your soul calling, what is your deepest calling inside, that is not from memories from ancestors, and why maybe you might not understand why you're on this path, and why you're called to something completely absurd, completely utopic, that is completely different from the path you're taking. But because maybe this is not your path, this is maybe the mirror of your ancestors' path and what is in your memory. So it's really important to do some DNA cleansing, to do some big cleansing, to go on your own path, even if that is really opposite and different. Just like accept it and go on something completely out of what you doing naturally, and just like go for something crazy, maybe go for something that doesn't look like who you are, but maybe this is the truly you, this is your true self that is calling to express. So this is what I can share, because I've explored so many different paths, that I know that this is from this ancestors, from this ancestors, from this ancestors, and it's cool, and I like to dig in more this path. But the real path that is really my soul in expansion, that really brings my soul to poof bloom, is through music, through being a singer, a fire artist, and circassian artist, and to share this with my partner as well. This is incredible. This is where I really expand myself, expand my soul, and where I just rise from this. And then on the side, there's this other path that I'm still walking on, that I still love. I want to go further ahead with this. But the main one, that is my purest essence and where I feel the most, where I really like am in self realization, is through music, through singing. And this is incredible when you start to feel that, yeah, this is my own path where I belong, truly, that I'm writing by myself, and this is not something I'm carrying and that I keep carrying. No, I'm putting on the floor what is not mine. Is still there. I can still use it. I can still go through in life with this. But what am I really creating by myself and for myself? So yeah, this is what I just wanted to share, that I hope you find your own path where you feel this is you in your entire self, in your purest essence. This is you fully blooming. Oh, may you bloom and may you rise.